here's one of the big problems with things like this before we really begin. And I'm gonna put this in all aspects of pretty much any other versus video we will ever talk about of things like this. Years do matter on a grander scheme. Years do matter. It does. AEW versus WWE ratings matters, but at the same time, of course, the ratings are going to be better when it comes to, well, let's be real, bigger stars on a different company. The same big stars from a different company on another company. It's always going to be a big thing, from debuts to first matches to the first title reign or things like that. There will always be a big thing. Now, let's put in comparison to, well, what's currently also another thing, just not wrestling. Jake Paul versus, well, anyone at this place. The big problem that it will always lie is past to present. Jake can outsell a Floyd Mayweather fight. Congratulations, you outsold a Floyd Mayweather fight. But which one did he outsell is the question. Things like that. They could always, like, Jake Paul's first title defense or Jake Paul's first title match in general will always be a big thing. Jake Paul's next fight's going to be a big thing, no matter who it's against, title or no title. It doesn't really matter. You see, namesake does matter, funny enough. Jake can take on an absolute nobody in this case and still have a big selling number of pay-per-view buys and everything. Same with AEW. We could have somebody that we don't even know too much about, but a bunch of people who really likes wrestling knows more than we do. And this could blow up all over the internet and we wouldn't have zero clue why. So, that's my thing. Oh, that's nice.
The ratings for AEW Rampage The First Dance just came out over the weekend, and the number was impressive. With the power of CM Punk's debut, the show generated 1.129 million viewers, and that is significantly higher than their debut show, where they nearly did 700,000 viewers, 692,000 to be exact. CM Punk managed to attract a little bit over 400,000 new viewers, and that is a scary number when you consider the fact that this was on a Friday night at 10 p.m. where CM Punk wasn't even properly advertised for the show. I believe that AEW Dynamite this week is going to do huge numbers. Dynamite is their flagship show, and CM Punk is going to make an appearance. I really believe that the show is going to have around 1.3 or even possibly 1.4 million viewers. If this is the case, it is scary because those are numbers that are very close to Monday Night Raw, and that begs the question, can AEW beat WWE in the ratings soon? And that's what we're answering in today's video.
Yes. They can. If you want me to elaborate once again, I can. Let's not even bring CM Punk in this right now. Let's not bring him in at this moment when I'm saying. Not right now. Not yet. Malachi Black, already a bunch of views for that. Buddy Murphy, a bunch of views for that. John Moxley, a bunch of views from that. You see where I'm going with this? Chris Jericho, a bunch of views from that. And this is first times. Now, John Moxley's already won a title. He's already defended the title. He's already lost the title. He's already won a different title, gained it, defended it a bunch of different times, and lost it. You see where I'm going with this? The thing of it is the ratings are always going to be a thing when there are things like this in the fold. WWE has a star, they drop a star, they go to AEW, they're going to get numbers no matter what, even if it's only a few hundreds or maybe even a few 20, even if it's like 20. It's still going to be a major difference because of first times. When CM Punk first gets into the ring, it's going to be a thing. When CM Punk first goes against a champion, it's going to be a thing. When he first gets his title reign, it's going to be a thing. When he first drops the title, it's going to be a thing. You see what I mean? WWE is good at the moment and stagnant, let's be real, at best. but AEW will be able to catch up with the help of CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. I only mentioned CM Punk and I didn't mention Daniel Bryan because let's be real, either one debut is great, but one is above the other because of, let's be real, people wanted it longer. If either one becomes champion first, it doesn't matter. They get bona fide thousands of views for them versus the opposite. Them versus whoever is champion. Bona fide. So, there you go.
I will answer that question and then explain my reasoning behind my answer. To answer the question, I think AEW does indeed have the ability to beat WWE in the ratings. I think that the young promotion will surpass Monday Night Raw by the end of 2021.
Okay.
As for SmackDown, I can't see AEW Dynamite beating them. I think it's possible that they can match those numbers though. AEW Dynamite can definitely generate 1.8 to 2 million viewers on a consistent basis if they do everything right. Because right now, Tony Khan has so much momentum, and it's actually pretty unbelievable. CM Punk coming to AEW completely changed the game. I don't care what anyone says, this is a game changer, and I think it's honestly just the beginning of a lot of different pieces coming. He's going to definitely move the needle, but I don't think it's enough to surpass Raw in the ratings.
Like I stated, it's going to be probably something along the lines of, it's going to be a gradual thing. It's going to be something along the lines of like CM Punk title reign, CM Punk's first title defense, CM Punk's open challenge, CM Punk is on the mic tomorrow, like things like that. You get what I mean? And Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk 2, Daniel Bryan versus Kenny Omega, CM Punk versus Kenny Omega face to face. Things like that is going to get them the to eventually pass WWE's ratings. Things like that will always be a thing. And because they know how, every company knows how big a star is, and you can tell how they treat the star pretty early on, or even sometime down the line, because sometimes they don't have time for them at the moment. They just be like, be patient with us. Not right now. We probably shouldn't have hired you this soon, but you're here, so enjoy your time being here. But it's gonna be soon. It's just not now.
Believe that will happen when they get bigger names that will come to AEW, and one of them that comes to mind right now is Daniel Bryan, who is currently rumored to join AEW. I would say that it's pretty much confirmed at this point. He's not going back to WWE because the merchandise team does not have any plans for him, and that practically means that WWE has not re-signed Daniel Bryan. So, when Bryan Danielson makes his AEW debut, that will only make the promotion even more popular. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are household names in professional wrestling. They were two of the biggest names in professional wrestling a decade ago, and adding them to AEW will bring in an audience that clearly wants to see them. I think that things will get even more interesting when you take a look at Bray Wyatt. WWE releasing him was one of their biggest mistakes. Bray Wyatt is going to join AEW. I think that is very obvious. That is where he is heading. Thinking about the addition of Bray Wyatt is pretty scary. The Fiend was one of the biggest things about WWE just a couple of years ago, and he was the #1 merchandise seller, and Fox even wanted him on SmackDown. When the networks and the fans see value in a superstar, that means that that person is extremely important, and that's why it is so stupid that WWE released him. Like, it makes no sense that Vince McMahon did not see value in Bray Wyatt. Vince McMahon and the WWE made their biggest mistake, in my opinion. They basically gave Tony Khan a wide open layup and said, hey, sir, you want to beat us? Here you go. Take Bray Wyatt and just make the layup. He cannot mess this up. When Bray Wyatt joins AEW, the audience will only continue to grow because of their current stacked roster, and now you have CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and Bray Wyatt. Like, just think about the nature of what is happening right now. AEW is becoming the hottest wrestling show. What's even crazier is that there's another big name that also will join as well, and his name is Adam Cole, baby.
You see what I mean? First reign, first match, first everything. First is gonna be.
Bro, yeah, reclaim those
Is that Matt Pat?
It's very satisfying.
Oh, dope. I didn't even know.
It's been reported today, actually, that he has not re-signed a contract with the WWE, and Adam Cole joining AEW is becoming more and more realistic every single day. That makes me so excited about the future of AEW. Adam Cole is a ball of charisma. The man can carry a brand. He
Should've
can
known that
cut
was his
amazing
wife.
promos and put on stellar matches and storylines. AEW having him would just be unfair at this point. Along with the other big names I just mentioned, I think Adam Cole will bring in more viewers as well. The man is clearly carrying NXT on his back, and I'm sure those fans will want to tune into AEW. Buddy Murphy is even possibly joining AEW as well after seeing his cryptic tweets. AEW seriously has a lot of real momentum.
You see what I mean? How many wrestlers that they have as a potential to just give them just the smallest boost, and that small boost lasts. Even if it only lasts 2 weeks, that's still a thing. And if it's like how they did for, how WWE did for AJ Styles, you see what I mean? Oh, he made another one. Too much pepper. Oh, now I gotta react to like 3 videos in a row. Yay, views. Yay, I get to talk more. I love. Man, if this becomes a real job for me, bro, I'm just gonna love it. It's gonna be so amazing, bro. Just so thankful. But yeah, it's better. It's better. It's better, and it's better. Did I say it's better? It's just better for everybody.
Right now, with all of these potential signings, they have a real shot to actually compete with the WWE at this point. If you add all the talent that I just mentioned from this video and produce fun wrestling shows, AEW will no doubt have better ratings than Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, it's
They will
already
even
a
get
shame
close
if
to
they don't.
SmackDown. That is when the company is going to get scary because they are now in actual competition and Vince McMahon will not view them as anymore. McMahon is going to need to put on good shows, otherwise his hardcore audience will leave him as well. Things are going to be really interesting by the end of 2021. This is the first time I'm actually really excited about wrestling in a very long time. AEW
I've
did
been
a
excited.
really good job at bouncing back from a pretty bad and shaky year. In the beginning of 2021, they were the laughing stock with the botch they had from the Moxley match. They didn't have so much hype. The shows were alright. It felt like it was actually dying for a bit, and the ratings were even dipping. And then, all of a sudden, things completely changed the minute that the crowds came back. AEW has been on fire, creating their best shows in a really long time. If I was Vince McMahon, I would be really worried right now. WWE cannot continue giving their fans some average television programming.
Yeah, they
No, it
can't,
will not
not
cut it
anymore.
anymore. Especially Monday Night Raw. SmackDown at least is going to have a heel Becky Lynch as the women's champion, which I'm very excited
she's a
about.
heel.
And then Brock Lesnar is going to be in his program with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. I can see why people would be interested in that, but I don't see a reason to watch Monday Night Raw if I'm being 100% real with you.
I do.
This is why I think AEW Dynamite will easily defeat Raw in the ratings. It's not even a question, it's a matter of when. And that is how I honestly feel about AEW when it comes to their ratings. Of course, this would require Tony Khan to get the right pieces in his hand, but so far he has shown that he can get it done successfully because he's got CM Punk out of retirement after nearly a decade, who said he never wanted to come back to the WWE, which is very impressive. I think he could definitely bring in Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt, and Adam Cole. Who knows, there might be even more names that join after that, like Charlotte Flair, which I could even potentially see happening. AEW is right now in the perfect spot, and they could become...
Nah, you gotta keep certain wrestlers away from AEW, bro. You gotta make sure you lock them suckers up. Like, lock them up and throw away the key that they can't go wrestle with no one else, bro. I mean, if they let go of Charlotte... If they let go of Charlotte Flair, I don't know. If AEW gets a hold of Charlotte Flair, bro, she's women's champion as soon as she walks in the room, bro.
the number one wrestling show on TV if they play their cards right. Tony Khan, you got literally the best things going for you. Do not mess this up. I don't think you will. Just keep doing what you're doing. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope...
That's crazy. It's true, but that's crazy, though. It really is. All right. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna go watch another one. Gonna react to another one. That's what I had to say, pretty much. I explained my entire reasons. I didn't count like match quality and things like that in characters, but I left it to like big names basically, because that's basically what's going on at the moment. So, all right. AEW is about to really come out of nowhere and just smack WWE, and WWE, they're gonna have no real counter for it.